From RFK Stadium in our nation's capital, this is Kurt Berglund with Payoff Pitch Dream Season Baseball. We are in the set of 3 Game 7s of the 18-game mini-season that we are playing, with 26 of my favorite teams represented in Payoff Pitch Baseball. Today, the battle will be between the 1977 Yankees and the 1969 Senators, the only team in Senators history, at least in the second Senators history, that was any good. And of course, the 77 Yankees were World Series champions. Today finds both of these clubs at 2-4, 2 wins and 4 losses. They are tied near the bottom of the American League standings. And you might say to yourself, Kurt, why did you choose these 2 teams? Well, it's because we're getting to put up or shut up time. When you're 2-4 and there's 12 games left in the season, this series becomes a very important one to both these clubs if they're going to make a run for the playoffs. 13 clubs in both leagues, top 5 make the playoffs, so it's time to get moving if they're going to do it. Give you the lineups. Leading off for the Yankees in center field, it's Mickey Rivers. Batting second in left field, Roy White. Batting third and catching, Thurman Munson. Batting fourth in right field, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth at first base, Chris Chambliss. Batting sixth at third base, Greg Nettles. Batting seventh at second base, Willie Randolph. Batting eighth at shortstop, Bucky Dent. And batting ninth and on the mound, because the Senators didn't use a DH, of course, in 1969, it's Mike Torres. 14-12 on the 1977 season with a 3.82 earned run average in 31 games, 15 complete games, and 217 innings pitched. He will do battle for the Yankees today. The lineup for the Senators: Del Unser leading off in center field. Lee May batting second in right field. Frank Howard batting third in left field. Mike Epstein batting fourth at first base. Ken McMullen batting fifth at third base. Bernie Allen batting sixth at second base. Ed Brinkman batting seventh at shortstop. Paul Casanova batting eighth behind the plate. And batting ninth and doing the pitching, it's Jim Hannon. 35 games, 28 of them were starts in the 1969 season. He only completed 1 game through 158 innings. 7-6 record with a 3.64 earned run average. He is a right-hander, just like Torres. And we are ready to go in this one. So, Mr. Hannon is finishing his warm-up tosses. Managed by Ted Williams. The 69 Senators are managed by Ted Williams. His first year as skipper of that club. The 77 Yankees are managed by Billy Martin. All right, Mickey Rivers steps in. We are ready to go. Pitch to Mickey Rivers is slapped in the air to right field. Here comes Lee May, and he will get there for the first out of the first inning, and we are underway in Washington. Roy White stands in. Roy hit .244 against right-handers on the 1977 season. This is a comebacker grabbed by Hannon, who's going to flip to Epstein for out number 2. And that brings up the captain, Thurman Munson. And we have a defense check. That's right. I said it. It's a defense check. And a 35 is hit to right. That's Lee May. Not that Lee May. And he is a B. And he does not get there. That is definite trouble. The captain has himself a sliding double with 2 outs in the first. 2 outs, Munson on second, and here comes Reggie Jackson with Chris Chambliss on deck. Reggie, 291 against right-handers. He lifts this one in the air to center, but Del Unser's got plenty of room, and he will put it away for the 3rd out in the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and we have no score in Washington. I gotta flip my cards around here. I am a creature of habit. I like my stuff where I like my stuff. And here we go. Torres finishing his warm-up tosses. Del Unser, Lee May, and Frank Howard for the Senators in the first. Here comes Del, the pitch. Struck him out. Torres, first strikeout, first out of the ball game. And here comes Lee May, acquired during the season from Cleveland. 296 against righties. Hit in the air to left. This is Roy White, and this is 2 outs. And now Frank Howard comes up. Met him once, very nice man, very nice man. It was kind of funny, I was at a card collecting show, long story, but he walks in the door. Him and George Scott were both at this show, which, yikes. And he walks in the door and he starts rattling off his own nicknames. The Capital Punisher, Hondo, a couple others. But a very nice man. Howard was 283 against right-handers. And this one's popped up. Greg Nettles is calling, and he will take it for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 first inning for Mike Torres. We've played 1 complete, and we have no score. In the second, Jim Hannon coming back out. It's going to be Chambliss, Nettles, and Randolph for the Bronx Bombers. 317 for Chris on the season. Popped him up. Bernie Allen calling, and will take it for out number 1. Greg Nettles, 258 against right-handers. This is grounded to second. Another chance for Bernie Allen. He's going to throw to Epstein, and there's 2 gone. And now Willie Randolph. Definite speed merchant, 247 against righties. Pitch from Hannon. Left field, Howard running in, and we'll get there for the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. We've played 1.5, and we're scoreless in Washington. Now it's Epstein, McMullen, and Bernie Allen coming up for the Senators. Epstein, 283 against righties. Pitch from Torres. Grounded to third, that's Nettles. He throws to Chambliss for the first out of the 2nd inning. And here comes Ken McMullen, former Dodger and eventual Dodger again. And then a Brewer, and then an Oakland A. Or did I get that sequence wrong? I think these are the A's before the Brewers. McMullen, the pitch. Grounded to second, Willie Randolph throws to Chambliss, 2 gone, and now Bernie Allen, 251 against righties. Pitch from Torres, hit to right, but not deep. Reggie's going to get there, and that retires the Senators. In the second, we've played 2. Coming up for the Yankees, it's Dent, Torres, and Rivers at the top of the order. Dent, 242 against righties. And got a rare play chance. Got to re-roll. Got to re-roll. There's nobody on. He walks Dent, and Hannon doesn't like it. Hannon lipping off to the ump. He's hot, he's hot, he's hot. They better get him out of there. And they don't. Ronnie Millsap has just tossed Jim Hannon from this game for arguing balls and strikes. And the heavily used Senators relief corps is going to get called on again. It's going to be Casey Cox to relieve Hannon in the top of the third. So Casey Cox was 12-7 with a .278 earned run average in 1969. 13 starts, 52 games, 4 complete games, and 171 innings pitched. Went on to be with the Rangers, of course. Most of these guys did. And then the Yankees. And then I think that was the end of the line for Casey after New York. Torres is up. He may be called upon to bunt. Let's see. Dent working on his lead. Cox to the belt. The pitch to Torres. He is bunting. He does get it down. And it's gloved by Casanova, who will throw to Bernie Allen covering first. And the sacrifice is successful as Dent moves up to second base. So with 1 out, it's Rivers. Dent is at second. Cox in a jam right away to the belt. The pitch to Mickey. Grounded to third. That's McMullen. He looks at Dent and throws to Epstein. 2 gone. And now Roy White. 0 for 1 on the day. Munson is on deck. Grounded to second. Bernie Allen to Epstein. Side retired. We've played 2.5 in Washington. No score. Bottom third of the Senators' order coming up in the bottom of the third. Brinkman, Casanova, and now Casey Cox. Pitch to Ed Brinkman. They struck him out. That's 2 for Torres. 7 in a row to start this game. Casanova, 220 on the season. Comebacker, gloved by Torres. Throws to Chambliss. 2 gone. And now Casey Cox. Torres the wind and the pitch to Cox. It's a blooper. Gonna get over Dent's head and into left field. The first hit of the game for the Senators. And with 2 outs, it's Del Unser. Torres not happy with himself at that development. Unser's 0 for 1, struck out in the first. The pitch to Del. It's a hanger. Drilled to left. White to the track. He will make the catch on the warning track to retire the Senators in the third. We've played 3, and we are still scoreless in Washington. 0-0 for the Yankees coming up against Casey Cox in his first full inning of work. It's Munson, Jackson, and Chambliss coming to the plate. 1 for 1 for Thurman. He doubled in the first. And it's lined a base hit to left field. He's on again. 2 for 2 for the captain. And now Reggie comes to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day for Reggie. A lot of pressure here. Both these teams, the 3-game series, they're all 3-game series in the dream season. And they both need a win. And actually, they both kind of need a sweep in the series. Although they'd certainly, one of them is going to get 2 out of 3 at least, and so that's going to have to work as well. Jackson, the pitch from Cox. It's ripped inside the line past Epstein. It's going to rattle around in the right field corner. Munson hits third and will be held at third with a 2-base advance as May gets the throw in. There's nobody out for Chambliss. Senators infield playing at normal depth. Chambliss at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Cox to the belt. The pitch. It's a blooper. It is a base hit. Jackson held at third. Men at the corners. It's 1-0 Yankees. Nobody out for Nettles. Senators bullpen getting busy. They both want this game. Baldwin and Schellenbach are throwing a lefty and a righty for double-barreled action. Infield normal depth. Nettles is 0 for 1. That's Jackson at third, Chambliss at first. The pitch to Greg. Is grounded to Brinkman. Ed goes to Allen for 1, and the return throw not in time. Nettles beats the wrap at first base, but drives in a run from third in Jackson. Chambliss is forced at second for the first out of the inning. It's 2-0 Yankees, and Nettles is safe at first. Randolph at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Cox to the belt. The pitch home to Willie. Hit in the air to center. Unser coming on. He will make the catch, and that's 2 gone. Now Bucky Dent with Mike Torres in the on-deck circle. Pitch to Bucky. Hit in the air to center. This will move Unser into left center a few steps. And he makes the catch. But the Yankees, before they are through, score 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1. And after 3.5, it's 2-0 Yankees. Mike Torres has his first lead of the game as he comes out. To pitch to May, then Howard, then Epstein. Lee May hits it to center. Mickey Rivers coming in quickly and does make the catch. There's 1 gone. Frank Howard. Hondo is 0 for 1. Grounded to Dent at short. From the hole, he throws. He gets Howard by a step at first base, and there's 2 gone. And now Epstein with 2 outs and nobody on. Benefited greatly, of course, from Ted Williams' tutelage in Washington. Hit in the air to right and deep. Jackson back and makes the catch. That'll retire the Senators in the 4th. We've played 4. It's Yankees 2, Senators nothing. And in the top of the 5th, it's the bottom of the Yankee order. Torres, then Rivers at the top, and White. Mike in there. He bunted successfully in the 3rd inning. Ground ball short. That's Brinkman. He throws to Epstein for 1 down. Mickey Rivers, 0 for 2. Slaps a base hit that gets through to left field. Rivers is on with 1 man out, and now White is at the plate. Casanova getting ready. Rivers working on his lead. White is at the plate. Roy is 0 for 2. Cox to the belt, looks at Rivers. Comes home. There goes Mickey. There goes Mickey Rivers. He is safe on the steal. The throw to Allen is late. And the Yankees have a man in scoring position with one out. White took a called first strike. Cox in another jam. White at the plate. Chance to drive in the third run of the day. An important insurance run for the Yankees. Cox to the belt. The pitch home to White. Hey, struck him out and he needed to. That's two gone. And it's going to be Thurman Munson, who's 2 for 2 in the game so far. He scored a run in the fourth. He doubled in the first. Cox to the belt again. The pitch to Munson. Hey, struck him out. Casey Cox reaches back for something extra. And after Rivers reaches and steals second, he shuts down the Yankee attack. We go to the bottom of the fifth. We're halfway through this one. The 77 Yankees 2, the 69 Senators nothing. It's McMullen, Bernie Allen, and Ed Brinkman in the Senators' fifth. Ken is 0 for 1. Hit in the air to right. Reggie Jackson coming on toward the line and gets there for one out. Bernie Allen's 0 for 1. Pitch to him. Line drive right back up the middle, base hit, second hit of the game for the Senators. I'll bring up Brinkman, 280 in his best year as a pro by far. 343 on base average. He struck out back in the third. Torres to the belt, checks Allen at first. The pitch to Brinkman. He walked him, and he did not want to do that. There's now 2 Senators aboard. For Paul Casanova, Casey Cox is standing in the on-deck circle, but Jim Schellenbach is still throwing in the Senators' bullpen, so we may see a pinch hitter for Cox. Torres to the belt, checks Allen at second, checks Brinkman at first, the pitch home. Grounded to Dent. Bucky goes to Randolph for 1, to Chambliss for 2, and it's a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play turned behind the New York Yankees. And that ends the Washington 5th inning. We go to the 6th. It's New York 2, Washington nothing. Ted Williams coming out. He wants to show Ronnie Millsap a double switch, but you better have a Braille lineup card because that's not going to work too well. Jim French is going to be the new catcher. Casanova is out. Schellenbach will bat 8th. And take over as the pitcher in the top of the 6th. Jim French will bat 9th and take over the catching duties. Schellenbach will face Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles, and stands to be heavily used with all those left-handed batters in the lineup in this series. Schellenbach, 4-7, also acquired during the season. 30 games, 11 starts, 2 complete games, 1 save, 84 innings, 4-7 with a 404 earned run average. He is a left-hander. Reggie Jackson is ready to go. He doesn't much care which side they throw from. 278 and the 77 season for Mr. October. He draws a walk from Schellenbach, and that's going to send Williams to the water cooler. Chambliss 1 for 2 with a ribby on his day. And a double play target if Schellenbach can get him to hit it on the ground. Hit in the air to right. Lee May towards right center will get there, and Reggie Jackson will retreat to first. There's one man out in the Yankee sixth. Nettles is 0 for 2 with a ribby. Base hit for Greg to right. They're going to hold Reggie at second. There's men at first and second for Randolph now. And with two, Willie's 0 for 2 and there's one out in the inning. Jackson at second, Nettles at first, Schellenbach to the belt. The pitch to Randolph. He struck him out and he needed 2. That's 2 gone. Dent is due. Torres is on deck. Bucky is 0 for 1 with a walk on his ledger. Schellenbach is a good pitch from getting out of this. To the belt. The pitch to Bucky. It's not a good pitch. It's a base hit. This will score Jackson with 2 outs. There will be no throw, and Reggie scores uncontested. Nettles will go to third, as they were both off with the crack of the bat, and so Torres comes up, now leading 3-0 with men at the corners. That's Nettles at third, Dent at first. Schellenbach not exactly shutting him down, and Torres is in there. 2 men out. Hit in the air to center, but it's a looper that Unser will reach, and that will retire the Yankees in the 6th. We've played 5.5 in Washington. 77 Yankees 3, 69 Senators nothing. It's French at the bottom of the Senators' order, then to the top with Unser and then May, all 3 left-handed batters in the bottom of the 6th. Jim French, 184 average against righties in 69. This is popped up. Bucky Dent will happily take it and then do a shampoo commercial. There's 1 gone in the 6th. Del Unser, 0 for 2 with a strikeout on Dell's day. Torres the wind and the pitch. Line drive, base hit, right field. Unser, 3rd hit of the day for the Senators, but they have yet to mount much of a threat. I guess last inning they did when 2 were on with 1 out, but then Casanova hit into a double play. So with Unser on base, it's Lee May coming up. Lee is 0 for 2, left-handed batter. Torres to the belt, checks Unser at first. The pitch home to May is grounded to Bucky Dent. Dent goes to Randolph for 1, Chambliss for 2. It's a soul-crushing rally, killing double play, 2 innings in a row. Turned by the Yankees, and we go to the 7th. Schellenbach coming back out. It's Rivers, White, and Munson for New York. Mickey is 1 for 3 with a stolen base. This is a hanger. Uh-oh. He rips it at short. Brinkman dives. He gets to his feet. He throws and nips Rivers by half a step. 1 gone in the 7th for Schellenbach. White, 0 for 3. Grounded to short. That's Brinkman. Again to Epstein. 2 gone. And now Thurman Munson. 2 for 3 for the captain. Hit to left. Not deep. Howard gonna get there. And that puts the Yankees to sleep in the top of the 7th. Time to stretch them out in Washington. Torres is throwing a shutout. It's 3-0 Yankees. Due up, Howard, Epstein, and McMullen. Hondo 0 for 2 on the day. Hit in the air to center. Rivers toward right center. On the run and gets there for out number 1 in the 7th. Torres to Epstein now. Mike is 0 for 2. Popped him up. Nettles calling just in fair territory and takes it for out number 2. And now McMullen. Ken is 0 for 2. 3 hits only allowed by Torres on the day. All of them singles. The wind and the pitch to McMullen. Hey, struck him out to close out the side. We have played 7 in Washington. It's 3-0. It's 3-0 Yankees. Schellenbach back out for his 3rd inning of work to face Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles in the 8th. His job? Hold them where they're at. Reggie is 1 for 2 with a pair of runs scored and a walk. Reggie swings and we got a re-roll. Popped him up. Ken McMullen near the bag and makes the catch for out number 1 in the 8th. Chris Chambliss, 1 for 3 with a ribby. Doesn't like lefties. Broke his bat. Dying Quail into left field. I said Dying Quail, not Dan Quail. And Chambliss is aboard with 1 out. Nettles comes to the plate. Schellenbach to the belt. The pitch home to Greg. Hit in the air to center. Unser on the run to the track. He's got it. Chambliss retreats to first base. He almost reached second. It's going to take him several weeks to get back to first base. And it'll be Willie Randolph 0 for 3 with 2 outs. And Chris back at first safely. Willie hit .306 against lefties. Let's see how this goes. Popped him up. Ed Brinkman calling and catching, and that retires the Yankees in the 8th. Schellenbach, 3 innings of work. 1 run it was earned, 3 hits, a walk, and 1 strikeout on his ledger. The Senators now have Bernie Allen and then Ed Brinkman, and then a pinch hitter for Schellenbach in the bottom of the 8th. Torres throwing a shutout. In command, you could say. Bernie Allen, 1 for 2. Hit in the air to center. Rivers. Mickey. There. 1 gone. Brinkman, 0 for 1. Walk and a whiff on his day. Pitch from Torres. Grounded to Chambliss. He's going to take it himself, as he almost always did. And there's 2 gone. French is on deck. Nobody really wants to see that, but we're looking for a pinch hitter for Schellenbach, and it's going to be Ed Stroud, the creeper, who basically lost his platoon spot in right field when Lee May was acquired during the 69 season. Ed, 236 against right-handers with a 338 on-base average. He drew some... Excuse me, I'm getting caught by some of Ted Williams vaping in the dugout. Ted Williams, a splendid splinter, was a splendid vapor, and not many people know that. A lot of vaping going on in that Senators clubhouse and dugout. Just ask Mrs. Williams. Used to ruin her outfits. The cleaning bill, unbelievable. All right, I'm sorry, I got carried away. Stroud is in there with 2 outs and nobody on. He just walked the creeper, and that's going to get action in the Yankee bullpen. French coming to the plate. Ken Holtzman, the little used Ken Holtzman, getting called on to warm up. French 0 for 1 on the day, came in the 6th inning, as part of a double switch. Torres to the belt, the pitch home to French. And this one is hit to Willie Randolph. Checking out Willie's range. He gloves it and throws to Chambliss for out number 3. That retires the Senators in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th. Torres still throwing a 3-hit shutout. Yankees 3, Senators nothing. New pitcher for Washington will be Dennis Higgins. I'll tell you about him in just a second. Higgins will bat 8th. Higgins was the right-handed closer for the 69 Senators. 10-9 with a 348 earned run average, 16 saves, 85 innings, 55 appearances, none as a starter. So Ted Williams is hoping for a comeback. Hold him here and hope for a comeback in the bottom of the 9th. Dent, Torres, and Rivers are the scheduled batters for the Yankees. Bucky, 1 for 2 with a walk on the day. He also drove in a run. Hit to left. Howard coming in with all the speed Frank Howard can muster, and he makes the catch knee high for out number 1. And now it's Mike Torres, who is 0 for 2 with a bunt on the day. But his job has been on the mound, and he's done it well. The pitch to Torres. Hey, struck him out. That's 2 gone. And now Mickey Rivers. .332 against righties. In this game, he's 1 for 4. Okay, so we have a rare play, and there's nobody on. And they're going to toss Higgins for walking Rivers and barking about the call. Second time this has happened in the game. Higgins has been tossed by Ronnie Millsap. He's not even sure where Higgins is, but he just tossed him. And Ted Williams now wants a piece of Ronnie Millsap. They're going nose to nose. Teddy is not happy. The Splendid Splinter put down the vaping material and is going at it pretty good, giving him an earful. And if I could remember who Ted Williams' second in charge was, I would have tossed him too. But Ted composes himself, and with 2 outs, it's going to be Roy White to face the new pitcher, knuckleballer Bob Humphreys. Bob Humphreys, 47 games, 3-3 record, 3.05 earned run average, 79 innings pitched, and 5 saves. You know, if you get a chance, and this book is hard to find, but if you get a chance to read a book called What a Baseball Manager Does, it's Roy and Spencer Hoops, Hoopes, Hoops. And they follow the Senators for the better part of a season, and it's the 69 Senators. And there's a lot of amazing stuff and some great pictures. Really, if you can find it at a used bookstore or online, get it. It's worth it. You'll learn a lot. But one of the interesting things Ted Williams said in 1969, and I'm paraphrasing here, most managers want 7 innings from their starters. Ted Williams said, give me 5 innings and I'll go to the bullpen. That was 1969. Way, way, way ahead of his time. Well, if you look at the 1969 Senators bullpen, you'll see that there's a lot of heavy bullpen use. A lot of appearances, a lot of innings, and he certainly lived by that. Now, he only had 2 really, really good starters, Bosman and Coleman, which probably required him to go to the bullpen a lot, but this was a winning team in 69, and Ted Williams was going to the pen. So interesting stuff. What a baseball manager does. Pick it up if you can. I really recommend it. It's out of print, though. Roy White is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Rivers is at first. French getting into throwing position. Humphreys to the belt. The pitch to White. Rivers not going. And a line shot caught by a diving Bernie Williams. Retires the Yankees in the 9th. The hubbub is over. Humphreys ends the threat. Torres coming back out for the bottom of the 9th. He gets the top of the Senators' order in the bottom of the 9th. Unser, Lee May, Frank Howard. Senators down 3. Yankees lead 3-0. Torres throwing a 3-hitter. He has walked 2. He has struck out 3. Unser at the plate. 346 on base average. He's 1 for 3 today. The pitch to Dell. Hit in the air to center. Rivers on the run. He will get there for out number 1. Torres to face Lee May, 0 for 3 with a double play on his ledger. Pitch to Lee. Ground ball second. Willie Randolph up the middle. Plants and throws. Chambliss stretches. He got him. 2 gone. Frank Howard might be the last chance for the Senators. 0 for 3 for Frank on the day. Torres, the line, the pitch. Howard, line, drive, base hit to right. Reggie coming in, takes it on a hop. Throws it back in. Billy Martin on the top step of the dugout. Torres, he wants Torres to finish this. He does not want to use Sparky Lyle, who has been used a lot of late. Epstein 0 for 3. Hondo is at first. 2 men are out. The pitch to Epstein. Line to right center. It's going to split. Reggie Jackson and Mickey Rivers and go all the way to the wall. Howard to third. He will be waved and score. It's 3-1. And now the tying run comes to the plate in Ken McMullen. The shutout is gone. Billy Martin wants to talk to Mike Torres, and here he comes. Action now in the Yankee bullpen. Ken Holtzman and Sparky Lyle is taking off his jacket. McMullen at the plate. Billy Martin going back to the dugout. McMullen is 0 for 3. Epstein is at second. McMullen is the tying run. Torres to the belt, laboring. He checks Epstein, the pitch home. Hey, struck him out to end the ball game. The Yankees are winners. The Yankees come away from this one with a big win, raising their record to 3 wins and 4 defeats with a 3-1 victory in Washington in the first game of this 3-game series. Let's give you the rundown. For the victorious world champion, 1977 world champion New York Yankees, 3 runs on 8 hits. They committed no errors. For the vanquished 1969 Washington Senators, 1 run on 5 hits, and they committed no errors. The winner is Torres. The loser is Casey Cox. There is no save. Torres went the distance. The Yankees improved their record to 3-4. The Senators drop to 2-5. And a place with at least a tie at the bottom of the American League standings. That concludes our Game 7 coverage across the American and National Leagues. Tomorrow, look for sports page number 7 on my YouTube channel, sports page number 7, where we will go through all of the scores and highlights of the Game 7s of the 18-game mini season and the Payoff Pitch Dream Season, and winning and losing pitchers, and a look at the standings. So it's a good way to catch up on what you've missed. If you have not already done so, please click like and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank all my new subscribers and welcome you to my channel. It's been a lot of you. Thank you so much for your interest and your encouragement and your comments. Please feel free to leave comments and click like and tell your friends, and let's make this a party. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow with the sports page. I'm Kurt Berglund. So long, everybody.